Hi, I'm Donna Schimmel, a partner in the Disruptive Element. We're a leadership performance company. We're passionate about both. When we think about leadership, we ground what we do in neuroscience and the brain and how we think and how it relates to how we show up in the world. We also focus on performance, and we accomplish that through people. We like to say that we operate in the sweet spot between humanity and business. We call this effort Brains in Business. Today, I'm going to talk about capturing attention during virtual meetings. What's exciting about that? But we've all spent a lot of time in virtual space these days, and in many cases, it's difficult to get our message across, whether it's a facilitation or a sales call or some kind of an interview. How can we keep people's attention? The brain is actually wired to scan for threat 5 to 7 times a second. And so it is incredibly easily distracted. So how can we capture and focus people's attention on the things we want them paying attention to during a virtual meeting? I have 3 ideas. The first idea is that you should simplify your background. We want it to be distraction-free, clean, and professional. There's research out that tries to identify whether a real background, a blurred background, or a canned Zoom kind of background is most effective in having your communication trusted and received. And I think you might be surprised by the result. The blurred background is the one that brain scientists have discovered allows for the most trusted communication and allows people to receive your message more clearly. Second idea is to really imagine that you're on a stage and you need to set it. And so what that means is you have to pay attention to lighting. You have to pay attention to camera angles. You need to think about whether or not your microphone is clear and the message is coming across clearly. I just did a session about a month ago, and the microphone I was using was clicking on my zipper. People felt really compelled by the content, but they were incredibly distracted by the noise on the zipper. So just check the technicals. In addition to getting the technical logistics correct, you need to dress the part. So depending on the audience that you're working with, you need to dress in the same way that you would if you were actually attending an in-person meeting. So think about your audience and align your clothing in a way that sends the right message. The third tip is to turn your camera on and encourage other people to do the same. The research suggests that people are significantly more engaged when their cameras are on. Less distractions, less multitasking, they're more on message, and they're more in your meeting. So keep your cameras on and invite others to do the same. In addition to turning your cameras on, find ways to encourage dialogue and interaction, whether that's chat, polls, open-ended questions. You've got to get dialogue going so that there's two-way communication during a virtual interaction, meeting, call. So from a brain science perspective, what we're trying to do is focus attention. What the brain needs is simple, clear, and meaningful information to be coming across. And we have to pay more attention to that simplicity, to that clarity, and to making it meaningful in a virtual environment than we even do in a personal environment, because that's the only data that's coming through. All of those interpersonal things are lost. That physical feeling isn't there when we're in a virtual meeting. So attention to these details will allow you to be much more successful in communicating effectively and capturing attention during a virtual meeting.